As a music therapist working with a New England-based team, I have the privilege of serving a highly diverse population of all ages, abilities, and life challenges. It is both a great honor and challenge to be welcomed into some of the most pivotal and personal moments in someone's story. Every client I've served has left me with something incredibly valuable that continues to shape both my work and outlook on life. There's one in particular who's made a significant impact on the world beyond myself. So, not long after my entry into the field as a board-certified music therapist, I received a referral for a medically fragile little girl with a rare disease. The family was eager to begin services, but only comfortable meeting on Zoom, since at that time we were not far into the COVID-19 pandemic. I met Gabby virtually in February of 2021, and soon after that was able to begin some in-person services, thanks to the availability of masks, vaccines, and COVID test kits. It was during this time that I got to really know Gabby. Despite her extensive loss of physical strength and coordination, this was the most cheerful, determined, and engaged 2-year-old I'd ever met. She lit up any room she was in with her potent love for life, its people, places, sounds, and colors. Every time I saw her, she was styling a new bow, a new dress, showing off a new doll, or that mom did her nails. She boldly shared her love for princesses, Minnie and Mickey, ukulele music, and her family. She couldn't speak, but she shared the most contagious laugh and connected with us through these little sing-songy vocalizations. It goes, yeah! So much of her personality and communication came through these little ahs. One of my favorite memories is that she would get so excited for music therapy that she would hear my voice at the front door talking to mom or dad, and she would start hollering from the other room and belly laughing and hyping herself up for the session. When she heard the ukulele or guitar as we began to play, she would light up immediately and her head turned toward the sound. As I continued working with Gabby over the next few months, her ability to engage in her passions became increasingly difficult. Gabby was fighting MLD, which stands for metachromatic leukodystrophy. This is an incredibly rare genetic disease caused by the lack of an important enzyme, which results in the buildup of chemicals, and this causes significant damage to the central nervous system and important organs. An area that's highly affected by this disorder is called the myelin sheath, and this is something that protects the transmission of information between neurons in the brain. So, as a result of that, Gabby was gradually losing her conscious and unconscious functions. This greatly impacted her movements, her ability to communicate, and her vision. Her medical status became a moving target, and her family was under significant stress from the unpredictability of the disease. Our time together in music therapy became precious in a lot of ways as we all worked to support Gabby at every step of the way. I tend to think of music therapy as being a travel companion of hers along the wild path that she traveled. If I were to break down the support that music therapy offered her on this journey, I think of it in 3 general fluid stages, one being exploration and preservation, adaptation and modulation, and comfort care and legacy work. When Gabby's treatment in music therapy began, The focus was to provide a supportive space where she could safely explore her needs and abilities in the context of this progressing disease. This looked like preserving her existing abilities and offering comfort care and strategies for areas of challenge. Her documented goals in November 2021 focused on reducing perception of physical discomfort and anxiety, as well as preserving her motor skills and cognitive functions, increasing her bodily awareness, vocalization, and optimizing the effectiveness of breathing treatments and supporting her breathing health and lung support. And the capstone to that support was offering family support, as that unit was so important. Familiar songs, silly sounds, general playfulness and humor in the musical space brought Gabby's vibrant character right to the surface. She demonstrated such a strong motivation in music therapy to reach for instruments, look at faces or props, and use her singing voice. Familiar, family-loved songs caused her to shriek with delight, and the feedback that she received from hitting something like the wind chimes caused her to laugh. During the more challenging days, when she was feeling particularly unwell, it was encouraging to see her face relax and smile. Music became an effective support during breathing treatments or position changes in other parts of her day that proved challenging in some way. It helped distract her from the physical discomfort while accessing her positive memories that were more active before her diagnosis. It made me smile to watch her parents breathe a sigh of relief and laugh with her as we sang together and celebrated her every move. Creating music together developed a sense of deeper connection between her and her parents, and also between her and myself and her nursing care and the other staff that supported her. This space also allowed us to feel comfortable asking questions like, I wonder if she's doing that on purpose, or can she see this if I move it over here? Or did you hear that sound that she just made? Her engagement in music became a learning point for all of us as we discovered something new about her every day. But at the end of the day, I think we all relaxed when we saw her relax and just truly have fun, as any kid her age should. It often seemed that as soon as we figured out another piece of Gabby's care, a new puzzling factor would challenge what we knew. Her medications and treatment and equipment all strained to keep pace with MLD's moving target. Understandably, this kept her family holding their breath a lot of the time for the next thing, and the progression of MLD and necessary changes to her medications caused her to lose more functions. I began to notice less visual tracking, a flatter facial affect, fewer vocalizations and quieter vocalizations, and every music therapy session became very different from the one before it. Sometimes she was able to smile and give me a little ah. Other days she looked in my general direction, took a deep breath, and fell asleep. And I would regularly remind her that I was not offended if she fell asleep during music therapy. During this time, I learned to pay close attention to her O2 and heart rate during sessions, as there was a monitor on the other side of her constantly. It was not uncommon for me to make a leap out of the way so someone could swoop in and manage her secretions as breathing became difficult or she had a difficult time clearing her airway. It always floored us how she could handle suction and come out of that smiling and just carry on with the session, enjoying music as if nothing had happened. We were blown away by her strength every day. It was during this time period that her goals for treatment shifted away from the improvement and preservation of her independent abilities and placed even stronger emphasis on her pain perception, anxiety, coping skills, and overall comfort and mood. Inviting her parents to be a part of these sessions was key, as she responded so strongly to mom's cheering and dad's singing. Unfortunately, Gabby's health declined rapidly in the summer of 2023. She experienced urgent hospitalizations and began to require a lot more support round the clock. There aren't many fitting words, in my opinion, to describe the beauty of those last sessions with Gabby. Even though during our final session together, she wasn't outwardly responsive to my presence, we were able to surround her with her favorite music, favorite faces, favorite instruments in her own room, in her own bed. It was as if all these little gems, little memories from the past couple years in music came in and surrounded us, holding a space for calm. Like the day she sneezed during the hello song and cracked herself up for a good 5 minutes. Or the day I bumped my ukulele into her bed and she thought that was hilarious. The day we played bells while she did her shaky vest treatment. The first time we sang Snuggle Puppy together, which became one of her favorite books. And the day we wrote her favorite song, Music on Your Nose, with her little quacker instrument.
You got music on your cheek, cheek, cheek. You got music on your nose, nose.
And the day she discovered the magic of wind chimes.
Hey! Let me see, Gabby. Can I see you do it?
Do it, Gabby.
Woo!
Yeah.
Woo! Good girl!
Oh, yeah.
It was all right there with us. I was able to capture a recording of Gabby's heartbeat during that session, which her loved ones can now hold on to as they continue to tell the world about her story. Gabby's legacy lives on with such strength as her community spreads the word about MLD and offers support to families facing similar challenges. Her story continues to touch the hearts of all who hear about her, and I am so thankful I got to be one of those people that walked that path with her.